So it looks like a bunch of people got to preview the new Turtles movie, and it's far worse than you ever thought. Not only did they turn Splinter gay, they also gender swapped a few other characters, and it looks like there's going to be some gay romance between several of the characters. But it looks like the studio is already trying to cover it up and backtracking on what they've done in the movie. Good job, Seth. So it looks like some reviewers got to see this movie way before it came out, and pretty much all they had to say was, "This is garbage." According to their pre screening, not only is Splinter now a human hating bigot, but he's also gay. Now, I know everybody's used to seeing the Turtles take their fights seriously and go head on and just be complete badasses, but apparently in this movie, they don't take anything seriously and they like to joke and are scared to fight. I'm going to be honest and kind of be objective here for just a second. They are kind of depicted younger, like early teenage years. I think that's why April's so young, ignoring the race swap garbage. So maybe they're coming at it from the perspective of they haven't trained as much as they should have, which kind of does and kind of doesn't make sense. So I'll accept any backlash from that one. So one of the reviewers described them as they always seem these insecure, weak losers and never really exude confidence and never convince you that they've taken charge of a situation. Which again, if they're trying to depict them as younger and they haven't really become the turtles we're used to, I can understand that a little bit. Again, at some point in the movie, they'd have to take charge, right? Because they are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the crime fighting team. So he goes on to say, and for some reason, the Turtles constantly treat Splinter with extreme disrespect like he's some kind of nuisance. I remember being a teenager. I know it was more than a decade ago, but I remember. They also say that the Turtles talk like 5-year-old children and weirdos on TikTok, and it's to appeal to modern audiences. Based on every movie that's done that failing, and they keep making it, I kind of think that's going to be the case. I think it's going to get a lot of hate, because I even said that in my first video about the Turtles. The writing just seems off and terrible and doesn't seem right for the Turtles. Moving on to other characters, Splinter. Apparently, they made him an idiot, and he's constantly trying to appease his, we'll just put in air quotes here, his kids, his disciples, instead of actually training them. So Splinter as a male role model is utterly destroyed and probably explains why the Turtles are acting like complete shitheads. In addition to being an anti-human grouch, his version of Splinter always acts like a buffoon, constantly trying to appease the Turtles when they complain to him. To add insult to injury, at the end of the movie, Splinter is seen making out with Scumbug, and then professing his love for Scumbug, who he seemingly enters into a relationship with. So everything we know about Splinter, everything we've seen, everything we read is completely out the window. So just off these short videos, not only do we get a race-swapped April O'Neil, now we get a gay, human-hating Splinter. And we'll say turtles that are not actually turtles yet. Still giving the benefit of the doubt, even with all this coming out. Because, like I said, they are depicted as young, almost teenage kids, which they're going to be shitheads, they're going to be stupid, they're going to fuck up. That's just the way it is. Let's be honest about our critique here. Now that I've tried to give you the objective take from what people have seen and are saying the movie's about, let's get into the director for this one. Seth Rogen's name was attached to the project, and he made it abundantly clear he's an anti-white activist. That's called racism. Back in 2020, he told Entertainment Weekly, I mean, personally, I think I am actively just trying to make less things starring white people. He went on to say, and if I'm succeeding or I'm not, I'm very much looking to have a far more diverse group of writers and directors and actors that we generally work with, because that group is not incredibly diverse. You know, who the fuck cares about diversity? It should be a meritocracy. Whoever's good for the job. Rogan ultimately concluded, so that's how I've been trying to deal with it, is just to actively take, as they would say, anti-racist measures to assure that some work is done to acknowledge that black people are very marginalized in American society. Jesus fuck. If I had to put my money on it, I would bet April O'Neil comes through and saves the turtles in the end. The turtles get cucked and end up being the bitches of the entire movie. I bet they have no growth or development through the entire thing, and it's all pointed at Splinter's gay relationship and April O'Neil being the strong, independent whammon. Then again, it's the director of Santa Inc. We already know what's going to happen. It's all going to be bullshit. I don't know. I don't think this movie will do more than 40 mil. I don't think anybody will watch the 2 seasons of this. Nobody nobody in their right mind is gonna watch the second movie. This is just gonna be another flop that nobody wanted because they wanted to push their damn diversity bullshit. I mean, you'd think when it comes out that they're losing billions of dollars, they'd quit doing this stupid shit, but they can't get their heads out of their ass. And in case you guys missed it, I was actually on RK Outpost with Ryan Cannell Sunday, and somebody tried to say they just need to fire the writers. It's like people think that's going to work. This is a top-down issue. There are people that hired them. There are people that hired those people that hired them. Then there's everybody else above them. This is a top-down issue. The entire company has to be all these companies have to be utterly destroyed for entertainment to get better, or we need more independent creators, which we're getting the independent creators, which is a great thing. I just got Drunk 3PO's graphic novel. That thing is fantastic. And for the most part, it's all entirely black and white, and it's amazing. We get the Yellow Flash working on something. Eric July with the Rippaverse has been doing fantastic, ranking in millions of dollars. No backing whatsoever, all doing it themselves. It's time for more people to start making stuff. I know movies are a pain in the dick to make. They take tons of time, they take tons of money, it takes a ton of work. But I guarantee you the people who do it and do it well are going to make a fucking killing. Hell, I was just sitting down with some people the other day watching Sisu. That movie was awesome. There was almost no dialogue in it. It's just literally an action movie where one guy runs around just murdering Nazis in an appropriate time. It's right at the end of the World War. Just an old grizzled man just beating the shit out of him. And it was great. It was hilarious. I loved it. But we just don't get movies like that anymore. We get this fucking bullshit with all this trans activism and fucking racist bullshit. Like, fuck me. But guys, that's it for this video. I want to hear your thoughts. You know what? Let's do something more fun today. Tell me what your favorite Turtles movie or comic was, because I'm kind of curious. But make sure you drop me a like. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you share this out, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.